So Mike Bloomberg, of course, famous for a number of things, being super, super rich. This strange vanity run that he's doing right now, not entirely sure what he's doing, outside of just trying to take down Bernie Sanders, which is great. So you have so much money that you're not even having to spend your own money. He's basically just spending the interest that he earns on his money. So he's not really losing a lot of money, but he wants to save his money, of course, because money is very important to him. So in order to protect his money, he's now on this vanity run with the sole purpose of smearing and trashing Bernie Sanders. That's basically going to be it. And of course, he's going to use his vast amounts of money to try and accomplish this. Some video clips came out of him at a conference from, I believe, 5 years ago, talking about how he doesn't want men in women's washrooms. He wants to protect women from men. Of course, basically transphobia 101. And not even stuff that he's going to recant. He's just kind of like, that's fine. That won't hurt me. But he was heavily criticized for stop and frisk. A policy that he enacted in New York, one that had very, very racist implications. And he has since apologized for his stop and frisk policy. And yet, more information comes out about this.
95% of your murderers and murder victims fit one MO. You can just take the description, Xerox it, and pass it out to all the cops. They are male, minorities, 15 to 25. That's true in New York, it's true in virtually every city. And that's where the real crime is. You've got to get the guns out of the hands of the people that get killed. So if you want to spend the money, put a lot of cops in the street, put those cops where the crime is, which means in minority neighborhoods. So it's one of the unintended consequences is people say, oh my God, you are arresting kids for marijuana, they're all minorities. Yes, that's true. Why? Because we put all the cops in the minority neighborhoods. Yes, that's true. Why do we do it? Because that's where all the crime is. And the way you get the guns out of the kids' hands is to throw them up against the wall and frisk them. And then they say, oh, I don't want that, I don't want to get caught, so they don't bring the gun. They may still have a gun, but they leave it at home.
Well, there you have it, everybody. Yeah. I mean, it's their fault, really. They have agency, don't they? I think that was the talking point of Sargon of Akkad. Oh, no, sorry. I mean, Sam Harris. I'm sorry. No. Ben Shapiro. Oh, no. Wait, no. Steven Crowder. Oh, Jordan Peterson. That's right. Actually, almost everyone in the intellectual dark web has been pushing this. Steven Pinker likes to even push these kind of ideas. Eric Weinstein as well. Love to push these ideas that, we go after, members of the black community because it's the black community that commits all the crimes. Has nothing to do with anything else. Don't look into it. Don't talk about it. No. Just leave it out. It's science. They commit the crime, so let's just arrest them more. And the cycle continues. So that alone, that one should have been pretty bad. And then, the same day this one came out.
They just keep saying, oh, it's a disproportionate percentage of a particular ethnic group. That may be, but it's not a disproportionate percentage of those who witnesses and victims describe as committing the murder. In that case, incidentally, I think we disproportionately stop whites too much and minorities too little.
Interesting. Yeah, tell me more. This isn't a secret tape that got leaked. This is him in a radio show telling you what he feels.
Witnesses and victims describe as committing the murder. In that case, incidentally, I think we disproportionately stop whites too much and minorities too little.
Like, why are we even pulling white people over? Why even question white people? Just leave them alone. Just leave them alone. Just let them be. Okay, they're doing good things. They're off there just being wonderfully white. Let's stop and frisk all the black people. Because we know they're the ones that commit the crime, so they're probably going to have all the bad things, right? They'll have the bad things on their persons. It just makes sense. Why not save money? All right, half the time we spend trying to investigate or go after white people, we'll just stop that altogether, and we'll focus strictly on one particular ethnic group. That's all there is to it. So, thanks, Mike. It's just a joke. Just a joke for the lulz. Don't forget. Yeah, I know. I mean, this is I guess this is the old version of clipping and chipping, because without context, how can we possibly know what he's talking about? without other clips basically backing up exactly what he's saying. So, yeah. Again, in any other election cycle, this is things that should sink or tank your campaign, but not the world we live in anymore. So if anyone's read The Bell Curve, I don't know if anyone's familiar with that wonderful piece of literature, but it seems that you need to retroactively explain these kind of differences, these disparities, right? Because you don't want to actually look at it from the actual causal effect, which is, of course, that if there's economic disparity, if there's entrenched racism, systems of oppression that directly affect one ethnic group over another, that it will result in different effects in terms of their disproportionate amounts of crime or other aspects like that. So you need a way to explain that, right? You need a way to justify it, because the alternative is to look at, well, we're kind of oppressing them. It seems to be a difference in class warfare. So in order to skirt over that, you think of a way better answer. And it's brains. Yeah, it's how much the brains weigh. It's numbers. It's all about numbers, right?
It's over 9,000.
So then you get IQ. And then with IQ, we can explain all of it. Yes. See, with IQ, we can go into the impoverished parts of America and we can demonstrate irrefutably that they're just innately less intelligent, and because of their innate intelligence, they commit more crimes. And so it's quite easy to justify now. In fact, we can take it one step further. Why don't we take the IQ testing to another continent? We'll take it to, say, Africa, and then we'll do IQ testing on people who don't speak English, but we'll give them the same English exam. So I don't know if anyone here has taken an exam in Japanese. I'm guessing you probably would perform very poorly, and subsequently, no surprise, a lot of regions in Africa perform very poorly on their IQ testing, and that is now used by neo-Nazis and white nationalists to justify the poverty of the continent. So now you can take it even further. Now we can take it to the entire continents, not even entire countries, entire continents. That's why Africa is so poor, neo-Nazis. It's because of their low IQs. It's because of the brain weight. It's only natural. So yeah, this is the world we live in. It's science, everyone. It's science. It's irrefutable fact. So please don't look into it. Don't ever look into it.
Did you enjoy what you just watched and now crave more nectar of the damned? Did you know that if you're watching on YouTube, you're only getting half the surfy experience? We upload all of our content commercial and censorship free to our Patreon. Due to the general demonetization of our videos, we now upload half of our original content directly to those who can help us produce this show. Want even more nectar than that? Well, come join us at twitch.tv/TheSerfsTV, where we do weekly live streams, debates, interviews, AMAs, and more. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you can help support our show 100% free by subscribing to our Twitch channel. So come join us, be merry, and know that your support is helping us do great things.
We would like to thank Miranda Marone. You are our monarch, and we thank you for our indentured servitude. We would like to thank our lords, Ricky Pilgrim, I'm Raft, Michaela Schmid, Tomospin, Ferrer Tajon. You are all the pillars of our organization. To our Knights of the Square Table, Paul Parafit, Daniel Kahn, Clement Chutskoff, Alan R., Josh Mickelson, and Dr. Zayas, Cooper Pilot, Andrea Lynn Epperly, Dylan Bythe, Terry, Todd Buckingham, and Todd Lajeunesse. And to our merchants, thank you for taking mercy upon us.